Have you ever wondered how your day is impacted by the sound around you? When you think about sound, you know when you hear someone make a sudden loud noise or a high-pitched noise, you sort of instinctively jump, the adrenaline runs, you go into that automatic fight or flight. And when you are in a place where there is lots of loud noise, you know, in some cities, the noise can get to something ridiculous like 100 decibels. You can start to understand why, if you're getting constant, you know, loud noises, high-pitched noises, loud noises, high-pitched noises, and that adrenaline and cortisol is being fired as a result, you can start to understand how loud noise can have an impact on your well-being. And you can start to understand how loud noise or constant noise can start to impact your brain and how it's built. And there's quite a bit of research now that talks about how sound can impact, you know, how you're feeling. As I've said to you the last couple of episodes, I was at TEDx Manchester on Sunday. There were some amazing speakers on stage, and Julian Treasure, who did a TED Talk a few years ago, which is one of the biggest TED Talks you'll find about how to speak so people will listen, is now turning his attention on how we listen and how sound affects us. In fact, his new book is called Sound Affects, like A, rather than Sound Effects, affects on how it affects you. And he did this wonderful talk about the impact of sound on well-being, the impact of listening from a leader's perspective. But something he said really stood out to me. Well, first of all, it was the stat about how the sound there's a city in the world where the sound gets up to sort of 100 decibels at plus, which you can imagine is quite taxing on the brain. But he was saying that actually allowing some silence into your life will impact you in many ways. And you and I have talked about this a lot, like listening is a gift, right? But actually, if you allow silence to come into your life every single day, then you are doing a number of things. You're allowing your mind to quieten, you're taking on the environment around you, you're understanding what's around you, and you're giving yourself the practice of listening, the practice of slowing down. So today, here's something I want you to try. I want you to think about just giving yourself 3 minutes of silence today. 3 minutes of phone-free silence. 2 episodes ago, I talked about TJ Power talking about the benefits of a headphone-free walk. This is similar, right? But for different reasons. Practice being silent for 3 minutes. It's amazing what will happen. If you want to find out more about Julian Treasure and his work, there'll be a link in the episode notes. I will be posting about TEDx Manchester videos when they come up and are available for you to see. It was an extraordinary day, and I really loved being there. So I'm glad I can share some of those ideas with you now through this medium, which is quite exciting. I'll be back tomorrow as per usual with another episode of Everyday Positivity for you. Have a great day, and remember, you have 100% got this.
Hey, this is Adam Grant, host of TED's podcast, Rethinking with Adam Grant. Let me share with you why smart finance leaders turn to Bill. They know that clarity isn't just helpful, it's strategic. As the intelligent finance platform, Bill uses AI to automate the busy work for nearly 500,000 businesses so they can focus on intentional growth. Eliminate the friction and start scaling with the proven choice. Visit Bill.com/proven to talk with an expert about automating your business finances and get a $250 gift card as a thank you. That's Bill.com/proven. Terms and conditions apply. See offer page for details.
With no fees or minimums on checking accounts, it's no wonder the Capital One bank guy is so passionate about banking with Capital One. If he were here, he wouldn't just tell you about no fees or minimums. He'd also talk about how most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. Yep, even on weekends. It's pretty much all he talks about. In a good way. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One NA, member FDIC.